Hi everyone, welcome to Plum Deluxe Happy Hour. I'm Erica, I'm one of the writers for the Plum Deluxe blog, and today we are going to be making Butterfly Pea Flower Tea Sangria. It's kind of a mouthful, so for short we'll just call it Magic Sangria. The reason that we do is that it is made with butterfly pea flower tea, which if you haven't heard about this before, starts off as kind of a blue when you steep it, and then if you add anything with high citrus in it, like lemons, it changes purple as if by magic. So it's very cool. I just found out about it myself and I just think it's awesome. So today we're going to make a sangria with it. As with any tea-based sangria, you really only need 4 things, and that is wine, tea, fruit, and thyme. Not the herbal thyme, the passage of time. So we've got all of those things today, and we will just get right into it. For the wine, I've chosen a Sauvignon Blanc, and if you want to read the blog post, you can get into a little bit more details as to why. But it just has some really nice kind of grassy, but also tropical notes that just pair really beautifully with the notes in the tea. Magic Butterfly Tea has some. In general, butterfly pea tea has. Oh, there's a literal butterfly going right over there. It has a lot of kind of woodsy, not woodsy, but earthy flavors. And then what Plum Deluxe has blended it up with a lot of kind of extra floral things, some really beautiful kind of berry elements, so the two go really well together. And then to play up some of the tropical elements in the wine, I have about a cup or so of pineapple right here, as well as some lemon, which is what is going to change it to that really beautiful purple. So it really couldn't be any easier. We're just going to kind of dump it all into a pitcher and wait. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with our wine, and we're just going to glug the whole thing right into the pitcher. It's a very satisfying feeling to empty an entire bottle of wine in one go. It's not something I get to do very often. Ooh, there's some tartrates at the bottom. Just kind of strain that out. Got those little wine crystals at the bottom. We don't need that in the sangria. We'll just set the bottle aside. And then we will have our tea. This is I pre-measured, it's about 3 tablespoons. You can use more or less depending on how strong you want it, but this is what's going to give it that blue flavor. And then, not blue flavor, blue color, which will interact with the fruit and turn it that purple. So if you have an infuser, feel free to use it. You just don't want to use one that you would use for a single serving of tea, because you want to give all of the leaves lots of room to kind of marinate and steep. So, but if you have one that's bigger, feel free. I'm just going to dump it straight in because it's kind of fun. And then, so you add your fruit. I like to kind of crush it. It takes a little bit longer. It's a little bit messier, but if you're going to let something steep overnight, you might as well give it a helping hand first, right? And it just really kind of releases the juices, opens up all the flavors. Ooh. And we'll just squash it in there. Ooh, not that one, just dropped right in. And then almost done, just a couple more pieces. Ooh. Pineapple does get slippery, so be warned. Maybe get somebody else to do this for you. Kids love squashing things, so if you've got any, don't let them drink the sangria, but they'll have fun with the fruit. The butterfly tea is a really great thing to do with kids because of that, because of the color transformation and because it has very approachable flavors. I'm going to squash in the lemon next. Shouldn't be quite as difficult. So I really like a little bit of brightness that the lemon brings, but if you're not a big fan of lemon in general, you can absolutely swap it out for another color. Just be warned that this is what makes it that really fun purple. Limes also work. And I did use organic lemons just because you're sticking the whole thing in there. If you don't want to buy organic, go ahead and just give it a good scrub before you put it into your wine, because you don't want anything that's on the rind to end up in the sangria in the end. I did not bring a washcloth with me. That was not very well thought through. But that's legitimately all we need. I'm just gonna, don't tell anybody, wipe my hands on this tablecloth and set this aside. I'm not going to pretend that 24 hours have passed. You guys know I cannot fool you with pretend internet magic, but I will set this aside. And I do have one that I made yesterday, so I will show that to you now. This is not in a pitcher because I only have so many, so I improvised with a teapot, but you can kind of see, hopefully you can see in the video what a wonderful purple it is. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can customize the sangria. So I'm going to just pour a little bit in there, and it is just, I feel like it's not catching it in the thing, but it's just a really beautiful purple. And I think the more citrus you put in there, the more it brings out. With this particular wine, because of the acidity levels, I've noticed that the kind of skips that blue stage, and it automatically goes to a kind of smoky lavender, but then once you add in the citrus, it brings out this more vividly purple color. So we're gonna give it a try. It's really good. The berries and the tea interact really well with the pineapple and the lemon. The sangria, or the wine base, has a really fun kind of bright citrusy element to it that obviously goes really well with the lemons. So in order to customize, some people don't love the tartness that lemons brings. I do, and it's not overly tart at all, but if you find it tart, you can always sweeten it up with a little bit of honey dust. Highly recommend having some of this in your tea pantry in general. It's just organic cane sugar and then raw honey. It's wonderful. It dissolves really well in cold liquid, and so it's just a great thing to have on hand all the time. So you can just sprinkle a little bit in there. And got a little stir stick. Give it a little stir. I forgot to put some ice in the thing. I'm gonna steal some from our ice bucket. Plop it in. Make it nice and cold. Give another stir. And another taste. The honey brings out a whole different element. I think that it plays really well with the lemon, and it's just beautiful. Another thing you can do is add a little bit of sparkling water if you like some effervescence in your sangria. I meant to bring some, but I carted everything out to the garden and did not bring the sparkling water. It goes really well though, if you like that little bit of just bubbly. And then finally, you can always, if you like a stronger sangria, add just a little bit of, pop in some white rum, some vodka, whatever your booze of choice is. For me, I like the wine and the fruit and the tea to really just kind of sing on their own. I don't really need that extra bit of alcohol, but if you like it, throw it in there. Feel free to really make it your own. You can also play around, obviously, with your base of wine. If you choose any white wine that you know that you like, it's gonna do something fun with the tea. And so start off with the wine you love. You can play around with the fruits in it as well. Just know that if you add any sort of red fruits, that might just naturally affect the color as well, because when do you toss strawberries into something and not have it affect the color a little bit? But this is a really nice base to start with, and then you can play around with it, make it your own as you do it. So if you decide to make it and you love it, tell us all about it. We'd love to hear about it on social media. Tag us at Plum Deluxe, and be sure to share the recipe with your friends and let us know what you think of it. Thanks so much. Have a great day. We'll see you at the next happy hour, and cheers. It's great. You're gonna love it.